Good time zone, everyone. This is your naturally bored, hated Virgo speaking. And I would just like to talk to you all. I understand that I'm not in my usual form, but I just want to update everyone on some things. I never thought the day that this would happen to me, but I have finally decided to put my hoof down with my rules. Back in the day, I used to be very lenient. I used to allow whoever, as long as they're of age of BR Chat's terms of service, to join my group and participate in a bunch of SFW activities, games, movie nights, whatever. You know, no drama, no nothing. Everything was fine. I followed the rules. I treaded lightly. I made sure that the young folks didn't step out of line and that the older folks didn't step out of line because I thought, hey, maybe young folks and older folks can get along in harmony. Well, after 4 years of trying this and hosting events and not a lot of people showing up and yada yada stuff like this, something just sparked in me. Nah, nah. So I went through a lot of members, and I noticed that there was 90% of them that were inactive. I was literally this close to just deleting my entire group and just saying goodbye. But nah, I'm gonna keep it just the way it is because I noticed that there were some folks that were my friends unfriended me for no reason. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, you made this too easy for me. Goodbye, 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 and goodbye. Like, how is it that you can unfriend somebody and then still stay in their group and then think that they're still cool? Like, I don't understand that logic, but whatever. Anywho, I wish those that I kicked the best. Some of them were way too young, which they already broke a rule. Like you have to be 16 plus in order to be in my group. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not doing that stuff anymore. There's too many people getting in trouble, too many people getting exposed, too many people getting lied on. So my groups from now on are strictly 18 plus verified only. Don't like it, you can cry about it. I have tried and tried and tried to include people into my groups. I tried, hey, let's do family events, let's do adult only events. And I just got simply just fed up with it because of the fact that people won't listen. People didn't want to try new things. So I figured, screw it. I don't care anymore. So from this day forward, not the old members, even though it's highly recommended, to the new members, if you are not age verified, do not bother joining any of my groups. See, back then it was like, oh, you didn't know, but now there's age verification. Suck it up, pay the $10, be age verified. I'm done with being nice about this. I've tried. I had to kick out so many people. I even had one person who started past drama with me stay in the group, even though all is forgiven and whatnot. And I pretty much told them, hey, just I think you need to see a psychiatrist. Now, lucky for them, they're taken. Congrats, congrats. I've been seeing a lot. Congrats, congrats, congrats. A lot of my friends are taken. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Woo, hallelujah. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Woo, you're taken. You found love. I'm happy for you. But, unfortunately, you started a lot of issues and you caused a former group to pretty much dissipate. So, nope, you're gone. Um, I'm not gonna bother like trying to ban people anymore. So like, if I notice someone that is not supposed to be in my group but is in my group, you know, I'm just gonna just kick you and that's it. If I suspect that you are a minor and you're in my group, you're just gonna get kicked, and I'm gonna tell you age verification required. So, and if you're inactive in the group, I got to put my hoof down. Listen, I didn't want to take it this far, but there's just a lot that's been going on in my life, involving with my mother and, her upcoming surgery, tomorrow and whatnot. And it's just certain things where I just got to put my hoof down to say, no, enough is enough. I'm tired, you know? I tried this for 4 years, streamed for 4 years, First it's why people why, and now it's Wilkins. You're naturally born hated Virgo. And now Wilkins YY, and now I have to change my name again. So it's just, I never thought the day that I would have to deal with all of this on a social media app where I'm supposed to just be chilling, having fun, enjoying myself, and just embracing, all what VR has to add. But it looks like to me that VR chat is dying and it pretty much barely has anything to add. Let's just be realistic here. Virality is starting to become stale and to run out of ideas, but they're charging people. You know, the bar events are pretty much the same. The group events are pretty much the same. The worlds are becoming more broken than ever. The only appeal that people have is avatars. Avatars, and for the adults, the ooh woo stuff. So it's like, well, what's really the point anymore of like even trying when it comes to these groups? I've tried. Now, I want to do more like role play based groups because those are fun. Do what my friends, like Xander, Wyatt, and them. I want to do stuff like that. Godzilla and Knight. I want to do what they're doing because those are more fun and engaging than constantly have to deal with groups where I just join to talk and then stand in front of a mirror, and then deal with folks talking about, oh, I like you, I want to date you, just to be fake in the end. It's like, who has time for these games? I don't. I don't have time for these games, and my time is valuable. Especially my mother's. Her time is valuable. She has doctor's appointments to attend to. And I got to make sure that I'm there for her and that I am, continue to be mentally well. So there's certain people that I've unfriended on certain social media apps. The response is not crashing out on me. The response is talking to me calmly and and at least understanding where I'm coming from. If I give you a leeway stating, "Hey, I unfriended you here, but you can still have me added here," it's for a reason. I tell people this multiple times. I can't stand Discord. It is the bane of my existence. So if I unfriend you off of Discord, but yet you're still, friended on other sites, one, consider yourself lucky because that means you didn't do anything wrong. That was just me just trying to balance it out because I can't talk to you here, here, and there. And two, understand that it's not that big not that big of a deal. I had one person crash out on me because I unfriended them off of Discord. Who does that? Who literally crashes out on somebody because they got unfriended off of Discord when you barely even messaged them? They ain't got the nerve to still be in the group. I don't get it. If y'all dealt with this, good for y'all. But me, I'm a peacemaker, and I'll make some harsh decisions. I just unfriended, someone that I known for 2 years, turned out to be not so much of a good friend. They turned out to be a faker. So I can truly say that that's probably a first in my 4 years of being on this app and just in general. Let me tell you something. It is rare for someone like me, IRL, right, to unfriend somebody. That means you really had to do something wrong. When their lover unfriended me, that gave me all permission to unfriend that person. It literally opened the door to say, yeah, they're gone. Does this mean that, oh, they're banned and whatnot? They can't participate if I see them? No, 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 no. That's not any of that. It just simply means what it means. It just means I'm done. So I had to clean house. I purged a lot of people from my groups, and that is that. 18 plus verified only. If you're already in my group and you're an adult, good for you. Consider yourself lucky. But break my rules, you know, take advantage of my kindness, and you will be kicked. It's just that simple. You will be gone. Vamos. Goodbye. Adios. My rules are really easy. They're simple. Follow VR chat terms of service. Pretty easy, right? Don't know how to read? Use text to speech. You know, One group is SFW, the other group is for the other type of stuff for adults that I can't mention on these platforms. That's self explanatory, right? I make these rules easy and simple, and for some strange reason, people can't seem to comprehend that. You know, I'm not worried about, these VR groups anymore. I'll do my best to keep them active. People want orientations for now on. You have to come to me and talk to me. If you don't want to come and talk to me, that's fine. Like I've had people who will literally join my group just for the sake of joining my group and not talk to me. I find that incredibly disrespectful, especially in the Paul and Who's group. Like literally, I have 60 plus members in this group, and I only know maybe less than half of these people. And it's like, and those that just join off the group didn't even talk to me, didn't even follow the rule, which was talk to me, add me on Discord so I will know, so I can make the final decision. So I will know if you're a right fit for the group, someone that actually will be dedicated to the events, that works out for your schedule. No, 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 no. Let's just invite the people and that's it. No, that's why I had to leave the Discord and literally just give it to Daxi Aeon. That's why I did it. Because it's like the disrespect is unreal. Like I made it simple. Come to me, talk to me, let me get to know you so I know who you are. Make sure that there's no drama attached to you. So that way, you know, there you go. But nah. So all I can say is I tried with these VR groups. I really did. Did I have a lot of fun with these groups? Absolutely. But I have like a new group, one for like the other sites that I do, like that one site that I do for adults only, and the other where I'm gonna do a special role play for adults only, and I'm really excited about that. But the other two groups, the Paul and Who's group, not really too worried about it. I'll still use it for like instances and whatnot. And then there's the other one, which is my group. So pretty much do whatever. I don't care. We're all adults. Just follow the rules still. Like, I don't understand, like, why the rules that I make are so difficult, hard to comprehend. Like, I literally would come to these people saying, are there any questions? Do you understand the group? Kicked a lot of those people out. And there's some people that literally came into my group, didn't even bother to talk to me before joining the group. And I was like, all right, all right, all right. So let me friend this person and see if they'll actually come and talk to me. Like, talk to these people before y'all join these groups. Listen, I made the same mistake where I joined this one group, left it. I left the group. They called themselves um, Sinners Haven, left that group. The owner gave me a bad vibe. After the second impression, when the owner and creator of the new Friendlies Worlds came by, just left a bad impression in my mouth. And as a matter of fact, I think there's someone else that I really need to get rid of because my guts tell me to do so. But at the same time, I'll just put, I'll just wait. I'm just going to wait because the one thing I can say about this person before I even think about removing them is they at least are getting help. So I can't, be that person where it's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But at least they're getting help. I mean, I never had to deal with this with any of my friends on my VR, and whatnot. Like it's always just been peaceful. Yeah, I dealt with maybe like one person that got mad because listen, you want to know the real reason why people like unfriend me? It was only because I don't spend enough time with them, and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm not joking. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. There's one person that, of course, is gonna, if you meet them, they'll blow it up and feel like I'm just this terrible person. That's on them. But everyone else, that's the only reason. So that's whatever. That's on them. This is why Virgos were like this and we keep our hands clean because we don't like the drama. And as you can tell, there's been no drama in my life. It's just petty people who need to get off the app and, do more than touch grass. They need to see a psychiatrist. Seriously, go see a psychiatrist, see a psychologist, you know, go travel more. Go meet people outside of this app, like actual real human, beings and people. Like know the actual touch of someone that actually loves you, like a real woman. Get a real kiss from a real woman or a real man. IRL, not in VR, talking about, oh, I have phantom sense. This app is dying. Roblox is dying, man. Don't y'all see, man? Don't y'all see, man? We are at the end times of the entertainment industry. It's over, man. It is over. The fun time is starting to dissipate. Can't you tell? It's starting to dissipate. When you travel these worlds, they're becoming more broken. When you talk to people, they're becoming more fake. Like, are y'all not seeing this? Not everyone, but are y'all not seeing this? It's just time, man. It's just time to move on. Me personally, I just think it's just time to move on. That is why starting in September, I'm taking a break. I'm just taking a break. And do I have any regrets of everyone that I had to kick? No, I don't. I don't have any regrets. I'm happy with my decision. I'm glad I did it. Oh my God, I'm so happy that I did it. I'm done trying to get to know big streamers or just streamers in general. I'm done with like trying to help like the youth, like those that I already know. They're on my friends list. The ones that are like turning 18 or whatever. Fine, whatever. You're safe with me. I assure you. But everyone else that like adds me and they're like a minor. I'm like, no, like, no, go find someone else. Like, it gets tiring, like trying to be this big brother to people, like an uncle to people, and be an example to people. And then on top of that, having to be an example to an adult, then have to explain to this adult, don't act this way towards this person that's not of age, but is within the legal rights to be on this app because of VR chat's terms of service. It's just, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And people say, if people think anything or say anything about me, I really don't care. I can definitely tell you that I have the proof that I have done nothing but help children. And there's a lot of children that are now adults that I can literally pull up to the stand and they'll tell you how much of a good person I am. So if anybody wants to pull that card, huh, well, there you go. All I can say is that things happen, to people on this app, and usually it's by accident, and people blow it up. And I said it before, and I'll say it again, I feel sorry for those people. I really do, because they don't deserve that. And then there are certain people like Dust Bunny who are actual real pedophiles. Yeah, it's been confirmed that there's an individual by the name of Dust Bunny who's dating a 17-year-old. It has been confirmed. So if you see them on TikTok or VR chat, and trust me, this is my first time actually doing this, report them and encourage that person, Dust Bunny, to seek a psychiatrist. I know a lot of y'all like to go on witch hunts. I just pretty much just say, just tell them to go see a psychiatrist. Go see a psychiatrist. Seek help, man. Seek God. Whatever you got to do, just stop. Just stop, man. I'm the type of person that always say that there's people can be given, another chance if they didn't like go too far. But at the same time, it's just it gets ridiculous, man. It gets really ridiculous. My fellow Virgos, I encourage you all to make a group. And when y'all make y'all little groups here, or just if y'all run a business, set those boundaries immediately. because you're going to deal with people that are going to take advantage of you, not respect you, and you're going to be in the same situation that I'm in. So I'm just letting you know this right now. Set those boundaries. Set them now. That's what I get for trying to be polite. That's what I get for trusting certain people. That's what I get for thinking that certain streamers would help me out my channel. That's what I get. I forgive them, bless them, and all that good stuff. But like I said, all of this that goes on in my life is a learning lesson for me. And Virgos, if you ever deal with anyone talking about they have a crush on you, they love you, test it. Just test it. It's what I did, and I tell you right now, folks will show you their true colors. And when you push them to a certain limit, ooh, you got them. Not a lot of people that are of a certain age, right, 30 or 40, are ready to grow up, and that's a problem. That's scary. Like I don't give a motherfuck. Like seriously, that is scary if you are in your 30s or 40s and you act a certain way because you don't want to grow up. That's concerning. Nobody's going to want to be around anybody for long. Maybe for a year or two, maybe three, you maybe even lucky, maybe even six. But then afterwards, they're going to get tired of you. They're going to be like, man, you need to grow up. I ain't mad at people. I'm just telling it like it is. People need to know, man. Enough is enough. Enough of the games. We are grown adults. We are grown ass adults. Stop with the games. You got problems. You're that sad. Go see a therapist. Go pray. Go meditate. If you hate someone that badly, man, y'all have to learn to talk to one another. This is getting ridiculous. Look, like at y'all age, like I swear I meet like those that are younger than adults that act more mature than some of the people that I see on here. And this is why adults on this app get clowned all the time. Well, that's y'all slang talk. This is why they get made fun of, and this is why there's so many like all of these videos, and it's just ridiculous. Like, grow up. But yeah, anyway, that's just pretty much my decision. That's what I want to do. And if people don't like it, tough. I don't care. I made my decision. I just get so sick and tired of people want to act like all cowardly towards me because something happens instead of just confronting me. Pathetic, pathetic. And that's why I had to kick a lot of people. So I went from having 100 and like 16 pieces. Cause see, I noticed like some things that people be doing in my group for over like what 2 years or so, whatever, where they would be in my group and then they will act like they don't care, and then they will like join and all. So you think I haven't been noticing this for the past like 2, 3 years, 4 years, going pretty much 4 years now? I think I've been noticing this, but technically speaking, the group verified instance has really been a thing. So yeah, 2 years, 2.5 years. So you think I've been noticing this like the past 2.5 years, or even before like there was a group, like groups were a thing? You think I didn't notice? I always pay attention. That's why sometimes when I'm AFK and I'm at work for 8 hours, I just test to see. That's all I do. I test to see how many times are people gonna do this. How many times people are gonna get tired of me. I just want to see. And then y'all gave me the perfect mo to just kick a bunch of people out of my group. I never cared about VR groups. I just did it because why not? And I knew that in some way it was going to blow up in my face. As someone who has bigger fish to fry, who is focusing on making sure that their mother is okay, it is just so sad that not It is just so sad that not children that I deal with, right? In Publix or whatever, but grown adults are acting like this. That, it makes me question humanity a little bit. Like, grown adults are acting like this. Not the children, right? Because children don't know any better, but the adults. Adults who can't own up, adults who can't seek help or seek therapy. It's just sad. That's all I can say. That's the word. But yeah, that's my new rules now. If you want to be in my groups, you have to ask me about it. I'm no longer going to be nice and make it free for no. Done. 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 That's done. You all have been given 4 years of chances since I was a streamer. It's done. It's done. That is done. Anyway, stay tuned for my next stream where I will pretty much talk about other topics, unrelated to this. Because I swear, me having to constantly talk about this stuff is not fun. It's tiring, but it has to be said. Like someone has to be someone has to be the adult and like bring this stuff up. There we go. Like someone has to do it. Got too many immature adults in this app, and it's insane. Folks that don't even know how to be mature. Scary, scary, scary. That's why I cannot wait to take my full 1 month, probably even 2 month break. So, like, my plan is to take a month break and then, come back on my birthday and then resume my break. And it may even be a freaking 2 month break. And I don't care about the events or whatnot. Like, I mean it. Like, I'm taking these freaking breaks, man. Too many mentally ill individual folks on here that seriously need God, that seriously need to get a grip. I ain't perfect. I make my mistakes, but Jesus Christ. Come on, people. Do better. Y'all talk about these kids, but y'all act worse than them. Way, way worse. And then y'all want to talk about y'all want to be SFW streamers and y'all act like this. I don't know, man. I don't know. Also, whoever's birthday it is, birthday, birthday, happy birthday, 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 happy birthday, 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 and birthday, birthday, happy birthday. Just have to get that off my chest because, I've been missing out on a lot of birthdays. And listen, I know I may not be the pony anymore, but I'm not heartless. I'm going to wish people happy birthday. I mean, come on. But yeah, that's done. All right, that's done. Got those folks out of my life. I was able to, go ahead and I may do more of my group purge. Like I may just look at and be like, well, they haven't been participating. Like, let me just get them out of here. If I don't keep the peace and just keep it the way it is. Like I tell people, it doesn't pay to have 100, 200, 300 plus members in your group. It's silly. This is what I was talking about last night. It doesn't pay to have all of that. This is your Nachi Bar Hated Virgo speaking. You can hate me now. That's perfectly fine. And I will think about what stream I'm going to do later on. And I am simply about to take me a nap.